And the big thing I can see is sort of issues I felt I had during my difficult time. I think you'll see an incredible amount of body movement with Jose compared to when he was at his best. But let me tell you, when I stood behind him during those times of the 128 average, to this day, I've never ever seen practice darts like it. And then he then that transition onto the, winning major titles. It was a phenomenal time for him. But he has to get back to what he does best, and that's practice hard.
Jose, when he was at his best, a bit like this. Right now.
180.
But it's still not the Jose throw I stood behind and championed for so long. I think I played a role for a few months just before he'd go on really building him up, because Jose is at his best when you just give him a pat on the head and just tell him how great he is, and that's what he needs right now.
100.
Someone to put an arm around his shoulder and just try and get it that belief on the job right now. But yeah, it's
102.
I must admit, it was great to watch him in his first game. Might have been on stream one, but I just had one eye on Jose. Like I say, he's a good friend. So deadly on the doubles. Needs it now.
45.
And that was the thing with Jose de Sousa. It wasn't just treble 20, he hit double top, he hit all the time. Double 10 now for De Decker.
Game shot.
2-0 to the Belgian.
Yeah, Mike De Decker doesn't give an awful lot away. You feel he's been in the shadow. I mean, I remember Dan playing pairs. I was with a guy called Martin Atkins, and these two kids, surely these two kids aren't in the final of the Belgium Open pairs. They were about 13-year-old a pair of them, and it was Mike De Decker and Dimitri van den Berg. And, Dimitri's gone on and done some fantastic things, but for
58.
me, De Decker's got everything, sometimes it's what's between those ears as well, and it doesn't show. I'd like to see him show a little bit of personality, because he's actually
96.
like a funny lad, but he just doesn't really... Hey, listen, it's boring does a talking here, but I'd like to sort of say to him, just express yourself a little bit on that hockey. 110, I was expecting a fist pump between them there, but nothing. It's just the norm these days.
100.
And winner of this to face either Mervyn King, a player who's been markedly out of form for a long while, although did play well today, and there has been a little bit of an upturn in recent weeks from Merv. And Dave Chisnall, who, to be honest with you, you have no idea what you're going to get with Chiz at the minute. And this week in Milton Keynes,
140.
he has been woeful and brilliant, and there's been more woeful than brilliant, to be honest.
140.
Those darts are going in with real aplomb. The timing of the throw of Mighty Decker right now is almost perfect. These Jose's just tried, he's battling. He used to batter you with his scoring, but right now he's more tenacity and fight with Jose. Look at this.
180.
You watch him play sometimes, De Decker, and you think there are big, big things coming to this lad. It may have taken years for him to get to this stage, but he is there now.
60.
And if he just continues on this path, things are going to happen for him. To the 12 segment. Now to the bullseye.
56.
Yeah, couldn't get any closer. We're seeing the 170 from Jose this week, just as good under the circumstances. I thought he'd fell over there for a second. Cracking darts again.
83.
Just misses the final top, but leaves a two-darter. Exactly the situation for De Decker.
Game shot.
Just looks in control, Mike De Decker. 3-1, break straight back. And Glenn, you're the technician, you're the expert. The De Decker, we talked, he's got a very long setup, but he seems to have every finger and his thumb on the dart as well. Now that's a rarity. I'm trying to think of other players. Did you do that as well?
Yeah, but I can't now. But I've got a big photo just next to where I throw a dart, and you can see me every
95.
finger, thumb, final finger on the point, and I just can't seem to do it now. And I think it's maybe why I like it so much, because what I see there is how I would love to throw. But listen to the noise of them darts going in. The timing is also perfect. Where as much as that's going in the target there, it just feels a little bit the body movement's going all over, whereas The only bit of work for Mighty Decker is our arm doing it. Look at the body, it's still.
100.
Was Adrian Lewis like that, if I think back now as well? Did he have every finger and thumb on there? It felt like the whole dot was just folded into that big bear claw. Yeah.
I could really bore you if you want me to. I used to want to be Adrian, you know, when you practiced. Merv King, similar.
85.
But did that make you feel you had more control because you had more touching points on the dart?
I honestly feel at times as De Decker looks at this 105 that my hand is moving as I'm bringing the dart back.
64.
Whereas at your best, and De Decker right now, it's just the fingers doing the work. You should feel as if Jules is sort of playing the piano with his finger. Just the movement there, but really good from De Decker. And potential another 14 darter here.
Game shot.
Right in the heart of that double 16. It's a 14 darter and a 4-1 lead, and Mike De Decker is averaging 109 right now. Jose is averaging over 100 again. It's not been bad from Jose, but he has had
60.
a 170 finish, one dart at the end of a 65 combination, and that is it. So it's kind of kept up that average by not
57.
getting chances. It's mainly scoring visits for Jose in this game. So you should be averaging about 100, if not more.
You know, they've played each other 6 times, and during them years when Jose was dominating, you know, the
22.
world of darts, you know, he won the first 4 head-to-heads between these two. But Mike De Decker has won the last 2, including 1 this year. And with darts like this,
140.
used to see kind of a good run. I mean, Dave Chisnell, potential, Merv King coming.
And Jose is just wandering around because he's had an awful leg there. De Decker's just carrying on his merry way. That 107 average, that is the equivalent of throwing 14 darters
134.
every single leg. So on throw, you need a 12 to break him. And against the darts, you've got to be averaging 100 just to
55.
hold your throw.
You just feel like every dart's going to go in the treble. What a feeling it is
180.
when everything is tickety-boo and you're up there and you're winning 5-1. It's the most beautiful game. Whereas Jose, you can see him walking behind,
100.